Okay, if you want to ask any question, you can write on chat. Okay. Raise your hands and write on chat. Okay. We started the first lesson and finished it. We talked about motion. Okay, you can remind us what is the meaning of motion. Raise your hands. Amjad.
Motion is when an object is in motion, its position change.
Yes, excellent. An object in motion, its position changes. Thanks, Amjad. You can unmute yourself. Okay, and we said we have many kinds of motion. You can remind us what the meaning or types of motion, Muhammad.
Yes, mister.
Yes, types of motion.
There is 4 types of motion.
Excellent. What are they?
Yeah. The first, like rotational
Excellent.
and circular
Circular.
and periodic and the linear.
Excellent. Okay. Basali, can you give us example for each one motion? Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. How are you?
Give us examples for each kind of motion.
Sure, Mr. But before I give you an example, Mr. Can you higher your voice, please? Because I can't hear you very much. So an example of, as Muhammad said, circular. We can say, for example, Earth. The example we took.
Which movement of Earth? Earth has many kinds.
So the movement of the Earth around the sun.
Yes,
Circular.
Circular, excellent.
Yes. And rotational is the movement of Earth around itself.
Okay, thanks, Abdurrahman. Thanks. Another one.
You're welcome.
Okay, Abdullah Magabas. Omar Muhammad. Sorry.
The last one, periodic.
We still have linear and periodic. Okay, periodic.
Okay, periodic is when a certain type of motion is done at a certain time.
Yes,
so
when
like the Earth,
is,
every 365 days it completes full circle around the Earth, and every around the Sun, and every 24 hours around itself.
Okay, excellent. What about linear motion?
Linear is, for example, a car going forward.
Excellent. Thanks, Omar. Okay, so these are the whole kind of motion. Okay, guys. To detect the motion of an object, we have to know two variables. What are these two variables? The variables that we can use them to identify a motion of an object. Muhammad Osama.
Yes, hello, Mister.
What are the two variables that we can use to identify the motion of an object?
Motion diagram and particle motion model. What? Position and distance.
Position and
distance.
No.
Time.
Time. Excellent. Position and time. Excellent. Position and time. Excellent. Okay. So this was all of this information was in lesson 1. Okay, and in section, and then we'll continue talking about that systems that we can use. Okay, or models we can use to represent motion. We talked about two models. What are these two models? Different persons should have different persons, not the same persons. Okay. Omar, you said. Muhammad Osama, you said. Rahman Basahli, you said. Okay, all different guys. I was writing on chat. Asim, you cannot use your mic, Asim. Yes, you are writing on chat the right answer, but I want Anas Ali. Anas Ali. Anas. Anas Ali. Where are you, Anas? Okay, Asim Amr. Asim. Asim.
Yes, Mr.
Who's talking, Anas or Asim?
Awesome.
Yes, Asim. What are the models we talked about that we can use them to represent motion?
Two diagrams, motion diagram and particle model.
Excellent. Motion diagram and particle model. Excellent. Thanks, Asim. Motion diagram and particle model. Okay. سالم بن عفيف. سالم بن عفيف.
Yes, Mister.
Yes, Salim. Can you remind us what is motion diagram?
I forget all.
Why? It's in front of you. What can you see here? Pictures, huh?
Yes.
Pictures. So it's a series of pictures. Just.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So a series of what? Of pictures.
Pictures.
So see here a series of images showing the position of a moving object at equal time intervals is what motion diagram.
Diagram.
Can you see the definition? It's very simple. A series of images. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Another one. Ryan Bajaba. What is the second model, Ryan? Ryan. Okay, Rashid. Shabab, the one who will not answer the mic, I'll consider him absent. Okay, you can write on chat if you don't have mic. Okay, Amjad.
Particle model.
Particle model, excellent. Can you define particle model? Amjad, can you define particle model?
Yes, it's the replaced object by a single point.
So in particle model, we replace the object or object of interest with what single points. Excellent. This is the definition here in front of everyone. In a particle model, you replace the object or object of interest with single point. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. Now we'll go to section 2. Where and when. And we said before, where refers to position and when refers to time. Okay, when you start moving or you start any work, so you detect what? A starting point. You detect a starting point. Yeah. For example, here, for the motion of this girl, okay, she started moving from here, from this point, right? She started moving from this point. Okay. So if we took this point as a start point, okay, we call it what? Origin. Call it what? Origin. Okay, so the starting point, what its name? Origin. Okay, so if you choose the tree as the starting point, okay, we also will call it what? Origin. So you are free to choose. According to the one who is studying the motion, he is free to choose which point he will start for, to measure or to make his measurements. Okay, I hope this point is clear. So if you want to measure anything, if you are using your ruler to measure the length of your book or your notebook, so you will start from where? From zero, right? So it is what is the origin. What is the name of zero? It is what? Origin. So when we measure the motion of an object, we have to detect a starting point. This starting point or the 0 point, what is its name? Origin. What's its name? Origin. Do we have a definition for this point which we call origin? Yes. From what we said, okay, Ayub, you can go. Yes, Muhammad Saud. البراء is still coming. Abdullah Wa'il. Muhammad Saud, yes, ya Muhammad. Muhammad Saud,
Mr.
yes.
So in a motion diagram, there can be two origins or just one.
I said you can choose according to the one. If I choose this point as the 0 point, what's its name? Origin. Okay. If you choose the tree, so you have in both directions, you have here direction and here direction. Its name also is what? The 0 point or the origin. Okay. So according which point you will start. Okay. We are here free. I'm not. If I give you the origin, you have to use it. If I told you start from here, you have to start from this 0 point. Okay. Start from here. Start from here. But
So, Mr.
when you choose, you are free. When you choose, you are free. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
So what we care about, okay, the starting point, or what is its name? Origin. What is the value of the origin? It is 0. So what does it mean 0? It means all values are 0. All values are 0. Okay. So if we go down here for the, okay, we finish part of the model. Sorry. Yes, in this one, as you can see, he took, this is the origin. Okay, this is what the origin. So this is the starting point. Okay, so this origin, it is apart from a system. This is the whole a system. What is the name of this system? Its name is coordinate system. Coordinate system. So you are trying to measure the distance. So you will use what? A meters, in meters here. So we used what system of measurement? We use the system of meters. This system, we call it what? Coordinate system. Okay, I hope this is clear. So you have to detect the origin point that you will start measuring from. And this origin is a part of a system. We call it what? Coordinate system. It's like your ruler. You can consider the ruler you are using. It's a coordinate system. A coordinate system. Okay. And there is a point for the origin. If you look to the origin point again, sorry, if you look again to the origin point, what is the value of time and distance here at the origin point? Who can answer this question? What is the values of distance or position and time? Omar?
0, 0.
Yes. So at origin or 0 point, all values, all variables have the value of what? Of 0. All variables have the value of 0. What I mean by variables, I mean distance or position or time. This is a variable. This is what? A variable. Okay. So we can read from here. I want someone to read. Raise your hands. Who wants to read? Okay, Abdurrahman Masa.
Yes, Mr. From the beginning or from
From coordinates, this is the beginning coordinate
okay.
system.
Coordinate systems? Is it possible to measure distance and time on a motion diagram? Before photographing a runner, you could place a long measuring tape on the ground to show where the runner is in each image. A stopwatch within the camera's view could show the time. But where should you place the end of the measuring tape? When should you start the stopwatch?
Yes, so he's here in this one. You can use a stopwatch to measure time. You can use a measuring tape to measure the distance, okay, or the position. But where you have to start or to put, okay? So you have to detect what? An origin point. This origin point is a part of the coordinate system. Okay, thanks, Abdurrahman. Another one for the next part. Muhannad.
Mr. It's Muhammad Saud. Can I read?
I pressed you are Muhammad or Muhannad? I know Muhammad, but okay, Muhannad, you will be the next read, Muhammad. So. position and time. The next
Position.
diagram.
Position and distance. It is useful to identify a system in which you have chosen where to place the 0 point of the measuring tape and when to start the stopwatch. A coordinate system gives the location of the 0 point of the variable you are studying and the direction in which the values of a variable increase.
Yes,
The
so this is the
origin
definition. So this is the definition of what?
coordinate system.
Coordinate system until this point. Okay. So coordinate system gives the location of the 0 point of the variable you are studying. If you want to measure the location or position, so you will start putting the 0 point for the distance. Okay. And also what the direction, which direction this runner will move to the right or to the left. So you have to locate the 0 point and to detect what direction. Okay. Yes.
The origin is the point at which all variables in a coordinate system have the value 0.
Yes. So when you start to measure, when you locate the origin, you have to know that this origin means is the 0 point where there is the runner didn't move any meters. You didn't start to count the time for his movement. Okay. So all variables, and the variables here are distance and time. Okay. So the origin is a point at which all variables in a coordinate system have the value 0. Okay. Yes.
In the example of the runner, the origin, which is the 0 point of the measuring tape, could be 6 meters to the left of the tree.
Yes.
Because the motion is in a straight line. Your measuring tape should lie along this line. The straight line is an axis of the coordinate system. You can indicate how far
Sorry, stop here. Stop here. You said here the straight line is an axis of coordinate system. You talked before on math that we have a coordinate system like this one. Okay, you can make a coordinate system like x and y. This is x coordinate and y. So this is what a coordinate system. You can start this point, it is the origin point, and here also this direction will be positive and this direction could be negative, or you can say he's moving to right or he is moving to left. Okay, this also direction is positive and this direction is negative. You can say he's moving up or he is moving down. So that's what we mean by direction. Or you can use the directions like up it is north, down is what? South. Okay, this is what? East, and this is what? West. Okay, so you have to locate the 0 point or the origin and also the direction. Okay, and this is what we call axis. I mean x-axis or y-axis. I hope this one is clear. Okay, continue.
You can indicate how far the runner in figure 6 is from the origin at a certain time on the motion diagram by drawing an arrow from the origin to the point that represents the runner.
Yes, here in this picture, he made an arrow. First here in this picture, then he made arrow. But in the second one, he made an arrow, this green one, to tell you what is its position. Okay, and also if you have a measuring tape, you can stop the stopwatch to detect what the time. Okay, shown.
This arrow represents the runner's position, the distance and direction from the origin to the object. In general, distance is the entire length of an object's path, even if the objects move in many directions. Because the motion in figure 6 is in one direction, the arrow lengths represent distance.
Yes, pay attention here. Sorry, this is the definition of position. Position is the distance and direction from the origin to the object. What is position, يا شباب? What is position? Position, the distance and the direction. Okay, so we cannot say position is distance. Position is distance. Okay, why? Because position needs what? Direction, and later in this lesson we'll talk about variables that need direction and variables that doesn't need that don't need direction. Okay, so position, we identify position by the distance and the direction. Pay attention for this one. So position, now you are know now that position is not distance. Okay, so position, the distance and direction from the origin. You can see here, it started from the 0 point, from this point here. Okay, and which direction he moved to the right? This is the direction of the arrow. Okay. Okay, so what is between the beginning and the end of the arrow? It is the distance. It is what? The distance. And here we have direction. So direction and the distance give us what? Position. Gives us what? Position. It's like, and why it is important? I know you have seen many movies where there is attack of the enemies, where there is war. So if the officer wants the soldier to shoot an enemy, he have to tell him in which direction, right? He will tell us it is 500 meters to the east or west or north or 55 degree. Understand this point? So he's telling him his position. He's telling him what? His position. So he has to tell him the distance and the direction. You are familiar of this one? Okay, or not? Are you familiar with this one? Muhammad Osama?
Yes, Mister.
Are you familiar about what I said?
Yes.
If you are watching a movie, okay, if there is a target here and the soldier is here, okay, and he wants to fire, the officer asked them to fire. So which direction will fire? This direction or this one? Maybe this one is 5 kilometers, so it is out of his sight. He cannot see this target. So the officer, yes, the officer will tell him it's 5 kilometers to east. Okay, so you have to tell him the distance and the direction. And when you are telling distance and direction, so you are talking about what? Position. You are talking about what? Position. I hope everyone now you know what is the difference between distance and position. Okay. Yes, you can complete reading, Muhammad.
Yes,
Usama. Yes, Muhammad Saud, yes.
Yeah, I complete from the figure. I finished the paragraph.
Okay, I'll comment about. So distance is the entire length of an object path, even if the object moves in many directions. So this is the distance here, where it ends its movement. Also, this is the distance if we took from the starting point to here. Okay. Does anyone have any question about the difference between position and distance? Position and distance. Position is the entire length of an object path. You can stop for here. What is distance is the entire length of an object path. But position, distance and direction. Distance and direction. Okay. I want another one to differentiate between position and distance. No, another one. Abdullah Bagabas.
So, Mister.
Yes.
After Abdullah.
Okay, Abdullah Bagabas. Abdullah Bagabas. Yes, Abdullah. I asked you to differentiate between position and distance. You can unmute yourself. I'm asking you to unmute yourself. Wallah. Okay. Can you stay in a cool place? Okay, Omar.
The distance is the length that the object travel.
The entire length. Don't forget the entire length, because
yes,
if it is moving, if it is moving in a circle, he started from point A and moved and stopped at point B. So this will be the distance. You will follow. Pay attention. Is the entire length of an object path. This path could be a straight line, could be a curve. Okay. Could be a circle, could be a circle. So the entire path, the length of the entire path. Okay, he starts from A and stop at B. So this is the distance. Okay. Hope this clear. Yes.
And the position is the distance with the direction. For example, 4 meters to the right and
Yes. Excellent.
5
Excellent.
meters to the
Into the left
front.
or north or south. Excellent. 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 Thanks. Yeah. So I hope these points all are clear. Okay, now we'll move to another point, a negative position. Negative position. You are familiar that positive, could a position have negative value? Who can answer this question? Could a position have negative value? Muhammad. رحت فين يا مهند؟ Tamer, I didn't hear your voice, Tamer. 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 محمد سعود, you have a question, Muhammad Saud? Yes, Saud.
Yes, hello, Mister.
Yes.
So when you ask me about position, so I can just say position is distance and direction.
Yes, yes, yes.
And when you ask me about distance, I just say
No, don't concentrate them about questions. Now try to understand. If you understand well, you can differentiate anything. You can answer any questions. Okay. So now you know the difference between when we say we are talking about distance or we are talking about what? Position. Okay. Understand? I can give you here another example. If we have this is a person starting at point A and he moved up and down in a curve, okay, to reach point B. To reach point B. What is the distance? The distance you will count. You will count all the entire of the path. So you have to measure all of these things. Okay? You have to measure the all. You have to measure what? All of this one. But its a position, no, it's different. If this point A, if this distance was 10 kilometer, okay, so this is the distance he moved from A to B. To move from A to B, he moved across 10 kilometer, okay. But when we are talking about position from A to B, we have to use a straight line. We have to use what? A straight line. So now this is the position here from A to B. And this position, okay, you can say he moved 10 kilometer in which direction? You can say this is 55 degree, okay, from south to east, because if we make a coordinate system like this one, he will be here, this is the south, this is east, so his direction is what? Here, between south and east, 55 degree. Understand now?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. So do we have negative position? Do we have negative position?
May I answer, Mister?
Yes.
Yes, there is negative position.
Yes, it is, and here negative we mean value. By negative, what we mean? We know the meaning of position, but what we mean was positive position or negative position. Another one. Muhammad. Okay. Abdurrahman Basah. What we mean by negative, Abdurrahman?
Negative, as we know, it's minus. So
Abda.
in this case,
yes.
Yes, Mr. Continue. What you want to say?
Yes, continue. No.
So in this case, the subject or the object that it's that he mentioned it's going to the opposite or getting further from
excellent,
the target.
Excellent. No, it is the opposite. So if we make this 0, it's the origin. So when you could take this position as positive and this position as what? As negative. So you can say it is moving 5 meters from the origin. So you have to know that it's moving to the right. But if I
Yes.
said he is moving -5 meters, so you have to know
To the
it is
left.
moving to the left. So positive or negative here refers to direction. Refers to what? Direction. Okay. Uh, another one to read. Muhammad Osama, I promise you to read. Okay, Muhammad Osama, read this point. Negative position.
Negative position is there such as a thing as a negative position. Suppose you choose the coordinate system that just described, but this time place left of the tree with the x-axis extending in a positive direction of to the right. A position 9 meters left of the tree or 5 meters left of the origin would be a negative position.
Yes, as I said, so positive or negative position means the directions. Okay, so the positive or negative means what about directions?
Direction.
Okay.
Negative is to the left and
Yes,
positive.
yes, yes. Thanks, Hassan. Okay.
I just want to.
Do you have any questions, Shabab? Which point you Rashid? Negative position? Okay, Rashid. When I say negative, so we now we understand that how can we make coordinate system. If I choose that the person is here, I make particle model. This point represents the person. Okay, I can choose the coordinate system. This is the origin or the 0 point. I can say this direction is positive and this direction is negative, or we're moving to right, or he is moving to left. So if I say now I choose this direction is positive, or right is positive and left is negative. So when I tell you that Muhammad Saud moved 5 meters, so what do you understand? He moved to the right or to the left? Answer right on chat. When I ask you, Muhammad Saud moved 5 meters, so he moved to the right or to the left?
Right.
Right. Rashid. What is your answer, Rashid? Yes, to the right. Yes, I saw your answer. Okay. He moved what? Right. Why? Because from the beginning, in the coordinate system, I chose right as positive. And if I told you he moved -5 meter, so you have to know that he moved to left. Okay, so this is what we mean by negative position. Negative refers to what? To direction. Negative refers to what? Direction. If I choose right as positive, so when I say positive number, he moved to the right. When I choose negative number, so it means he moved to the left. Okay? Yes, Yarash. I hope now it is clear. You answered both questions. True, Yarash. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Okay, you are welcome, Yarash. So, Shabab, I hope these points are clear for everyone. Now we will reach the end of our class. Okay. So see you inshallah next period.
So still
Before
4
we
minutes. Can we play Kahoot?
not enough time for count. Okay. So now we'll stop at this point. Inshallah next period we'll start in vectors and scalars. Vectors, and I hope you will. And from now, everyone, you have to prepare vectors and scalar. Vectors and scalars. Okay. Because I'm going to choose someone to explain at the first or at the beginning of the period. Okay. What is it? It's very simple. It's very simple. You know. Vectors and scalars are very simple. Okay. Abdullah Wael, according to you, Abdullah Wael Kamal is asking negative to the right or to the left. No, Abdullah, and you are, if you are the one who is putting the coordinate system, you will choose. You will choose, okay? In our curriculum, we will take right, positive, we will take left, what? Negative. Also, we'll take north or up, positive, and we will take down is what? Is negative, okay? So this is the coordinate system we are using in our curriculum. Right, positive, up, positive, left, negative, down, negative. I hope this is clear now. Okay, you are welcome, Abdullah. Okay, any other one? Do you have any questions? Okay, شباب, just give you a minute to take the attendance. Okay. Okay, we have questions here. Do you have who has a question? For any homework, yes, your homework is to prepare vectors and scalars. Your homework is to prepare vectors and scalars. Okay? Is your task for the next period, inshallah. So everyone, you have to prepare because I choose randomly. Okay? And especially these
For what,
persons,
Master?
especially these persons who are not sharing. You have to be
What?
prepared with mic. Okay? For the next period, inshallah. Okay, guys, see you inshallah. Hope you enjoyed. See you next period inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.